people, welcome back to my channel. So seeing as though I'm pregnant and this little one is going to arrive at any time, I thought it would be a good idea for us to do what's in my maternity bag. So as you guys can see, I'm actually currently 40 weeks pregnant. So, okay, this baby's coming anytime. And I know I definitely left packing my maternity bag for the last moment, but it's been packed, I think, from about week 38. And I'm just going to show you some of the things that I got to help me with the easy transition once I'm in hospital and once I'm giving birth. Okay, so first things first, I decided to split my stuff and Bubba's stuff so that I won't be digging through a whole suitcase looking for things where you're like, oh, where's the little baby item? And I'm like, it's right at the bottom of the suitcase. So what I've done is I went through to Autumn and I got this little cute basket bag. And this is what's gonna work as my baby's bag. It's really, really good. I think I got the medium size and it was on sale because your girl loves a good sale. So what I did after buying this, because it's pretty much empty, so I went into Amazon and I got this little compact baby bag, which is so great. It's waterproof, so none of the liquids or anything is going to affect anything that I put in here. And all I'm going to do is just drop it into the Autumn bag and I'm on my way. So in this little bag, I packed the necessities, which would be like the little jumpers, the little rompers, the onesies, and muslin cloth, which apparently you use for literally everything, I've also packed mittens, socks, and the little cute hats. I have to say it's really difficult not to go overboard when you're purchasing things for a little baby because everything is so adorable and so cute and you just want to buy everything. So I did a lot of research in terms of baby's bottles and what I would want to try the little Bubba on in the first few months, and I ended up settling on the MAM bottles. Which is just, for this one, it was just a set of 4 and I got this off of Amazon. Don't worry, I'm going to link everything down below so you guys can definitely, check out the links. And the prices were pretty reasonable as well. So this will just give me a bit of relief because my hospital offers me the option to have the baby in the nursery overnight and allow the mother to have a good night's rest. And if that happens, then the nurses will need some breast milk or formula, whichever you do decide, to be able to feed the baby, when they do wake up, which would be pretty regularly. And I'm definitely going to take advantage of the option that the hospital is giving me, because I'm only going to be in the hospital, give or take 4 days, and I really want to maximize that because once I get home, it's going to be a totally different ball game. So, this should work for my baby, and it's anti-colic, which is really important to me because I want her to suffer as least as possible, So in terms of the breast pump, I got the Spectra S2 electric breast pump, which is going to be a double breast pump, and I'll be using it with the Medela hands-free bustier. So this is the pump that I'll be using. It was between this and Medela. But in terms of reviews in the Australian market, I have to say Spectra came out on top. And also in terms of price and affordability, I'd say Spectra was a couple of $100 cheaper than Medela. I'll definitely be doing a review on this later in terms of how it is when I actually do get around to using it. But I'm pretty excited because this is going to give me an opportunity to not always be stuck with Bubba, allow me to go out occasionally if I do need to go out, allow me to leave the baby at home, maybe with Nash, maybe with, I don't know, the millions of family and friends who can't wait for this little Bubba to come. So I got these non-disposable breast pads, which I will definitely need because once you reach a certain time after giving birth and your milk comes in, you will be leaking pretty frequently. So I'll be using these from Medela, and I'll also be using these. So these adorable heat and ice packs from Body Ice Woman will give me a bit of relief when things start to get a bit painful. And not only that, if I warm them up, will actually assist with the flow of milk. So they've got this for the breasts, and they've also got another one which you can use on your lady bits, which I definitely will be taking advantage of. So yeah, that's what we have in Bubba's bag, because I do consider this part of Bubba's things. So for myself, in my hospital bag, it's, you know, nothing too hectic. I've just packed a couple of casual clothes which I'll be wearing during the day while in the hospital, and which I'll also wear once I leave the hospital. I've packed a few nightgowns because that's a must, and I also managed to pack a couple of nighties. And with the nighties, I had to find something which would give me easy access to, you know, the breast area, not be too restrictive. And I'm happy to say, after possibly 2 tries going to the shops and looking for, you know, what it was that I wanted exactly, I was able to get the actual style of nightgowns and nighties that I wanted to use whilst in the hospital. And of course, because we're bound to swell a bit more while we're pregnant, I'm going to be carrying in some flip-flops, you know, so I'm not restricted on like sneakers or anything, which obviously wouldn't be practical. And as I mentioned earlier, since we're planning to be there 4 days at most, we're really hoping, you know, that everything goes well and you're able to do less days in the hospital. But honestly, that's about it. Before I actually got round to packing the baby's bag or a hospital bag, I would say it was a very daunting task, because I wasn't too sure in terms of what I needed to bring. I didn't want to overdo it. I didn't want to pack too many outfits, too little outfits, too many things, too many unnecessary things. But the good thing with the hospitals are they do give you guidelines in terms of the things that they require you to bring, and you can add to the things that they require. Every hospital is different in terms of their requirements. So these are just some of the things which I use, which were based on the requirements of my hospital and where I will be giving birth, you know, when she finally decides to come. So, you know, you guys can let me know below what you guys have packed in your hospital bags, if there's anything that I'm missing, if there's anything else that I need to add. I know I didn't mention diapers. The hospital does give me a pack of diapers for my duration while I'm there, so I don't need to actually go with any diapers, I don't need to go with any wet wipes, which is such an advantage. But I will say I did pack about 3 diapers and a couple of wet wipes for the ride home, just in case, because you never know. Everything is super unpredictable. So that's it for what's in my maternity bag and hospital bag. You guys can let me know in the comments below if there's anything else that you'd like me to touch on in terms of baby related stuff, and I'll be more than happy to go through it with you guys and, you know, go back and forth and share this information. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.